My name's Austin Davis, and I'm a poet, a senior at ASU, and I lead Arizona Jews for Justice's homeless outreach program, which is called AZ Hugs for the Houseless. Originally, Dr. Lester was actually a professor of mine, so I got involved with Project Humanities in a very basic sense through our class. You know, I remember going to one of the talks and a few of the events and stuff early on in my college career. And I do remember early on that I would go to the warehouse sometimes and help with sorting, but we didn't really get full into it until I kind of started my own homeless outreach program. And last summer, you know, with the pandemic, everything was shutting down. And we were trying to find a way to continue our outreach and to do it in the best way possible. So I reached out to Dr. Lester, we had a few phone calls, and we decided that the best thing to do would be to combine our efforts. I was inspired by the conversations I was having with people and the relationships that we built. So we started this project in response to COVID, actually, because the first time that I went up to the zone was last March, I think. It was right after everything kind of started shutting down. I was actually on tour for one of my books, and it all ended. So I came back home, and we just started from there. I just started going out every couple of days and bringing out care packs, and we had a project bringing face masks to people in the beginning. So those were the two big focuses. And then it got extremely hot, as it does every summer here in Arizona. So our next focus was water, you know, and it's just really grown from there. So now we have 3 to 5 community events a week, and I do my own little deliveries every day, pretty much. And at night, I give my number to most people that I meet, and people call me if they're in trouble or if they need anything or if they just want to talk. So it really, our project's all about the connections and the friendships and showing people that they're not alone out there, you know, because one of the silent killers that's not talked about very much of people on the streets is loneliness. So one of our big goals is to combat that, and I think that falls directly in line with everything that Project Humanity stands for. So I feel really blessed and proud and grateful to work with Project Humanities through this, because, you know, Dr. Lester has been a huge inspiration for me and a role model on this journey. You know, he's taught me a lot about how to be a successful community organizer, but also just a more empathetic person, you know, and I feel really grateful for that. You know, everything that we do is about showing people that they're respected and that they have dignity and that they're loved and cared for, you know, because oftentimes I've had so many people on the streets tell me that they feel like they don't have a friend, or they feel like they're always being looked at with, you know, bad looks and stuff. People all the time tell me that when they're flying their sign, you know, on the street, that they have to take breaks, mental health breaks, because it's just so draining to see people laugh at them or point at them or look away or cross the street away from them so they don't have to walk by them, you know, and that's terrible, that's degrading, you know. So one thing that our project stands for, and I know that Project Humanities does as well, is just trying to show people that they are valued and that they're needed and necessary. We've kind of been modeling this system where Project Humanities has this incredible amount of resources, you know, and in the beginning of the pandemic, Project Humanities had to shut down their, you know, the service Saturdays, just because it wasn't safe to bring a bunch of volunteers out. So our model worked really well in the beginning because I was going tent to tent, just me. So I wasn't putting anyone in the tent city in extreme danger by bringing people together, and I wasn't putting a bunch of volunteers in danger by making these big crowds, you know. So Dr. Lester and I, we meet up every week, and we transfer all these items and stuff. And to an extent, we've continued that just in a different way. So now it's special request, and that's a huge part of our project, is trying to bring people these items that'll bring them a little joy, you know. So we bring people musical instruments and art supplies, their favorite meal, you know, ice cream, stuff like that. But a huge part of that is also clothes, you know, and Project Humanities has been an incredible blessing in getting people these clothes that they want. You know, people tell me the exact type of thing that they want. I write it on my phone, and then I just search through the warehouse and try to find, you know, the perfect pair of sandals, or the perfect shorts, the flowery dress that someone can't find anywhere else, you know. And it's just beautiful to see the smiles on people's faces when they open up these backpacks that we fill them with, you know. And they're like, this is what I wanted, you know, not just in a practical sense, but in an emotional sense. You get a good fit on, you know, you'll look pretty confident. You'll feel really good about yourself. You know? And that's great, you know, that's awesome. And that's just a little tiny thing in the microcosm of what's going on, you know what I mean, and on the streets, you know. But if it can make someone feel worthy and valued for a few moments, then that's beautiful, I think. So it's an incredible blessing to work with Project Humanities on that side of our project, you know, because without this partnership, I don't know how that would change, how it would be possible. You know, it's just so amazing bringing both of these ideals and projects and stuff together.